My sister-in-law scheduled her wedding on my daughter's birthday, so I made sure she'd regret that choice for the rest of her marriage. I was 32 when I learned that some people will trample a child just to be the center of attention. It wasn't just about the date. It was about years of calculated cruelty disguised as coincidence. Gabriella had been competing with me since the day she married my brother Conrad. Every moment that belonged to me somehow became about her. My baby shower turned into her announcement that they were buying a bigger house than ours. My promotion to department head became her moment to reveal Conrad's raise at the accounting firm. She wore a cream-colored dress to my vow renewal and claimed she thought it was supposed to be garden party attire. The worst part was how Conrad always took her side. His baby sister could never compete with his wife in his eyes. I thought he would at least keep my daughter Audrey safe from her antics. Audrey had just turned 4 when I started planning her 5th birthday. She'd been born at 26 weeks and spent 3 months in the NICU fighting for every breath. The experience left her anxious around crowds and loud noises. Birthday parties had always been small family affairs in our living room with just grandparents and a homemade cake. But something shifted after Audrey started preschool. She made her first real friend, and suddenly she was asking about bouncy castles and princess parties like the other kids had. My shy little warrior was finally ready to celebrate. I sent a message to the family group chat 8 months before her birthday. May 18th was on a Saturday, and I wanted everyone to save the date for Audrey's first real party. I explained how huge this was for her development, how her therapist said social milestones like this were crucial for premature kids overcoming early trauma. 2 weeks later, Gabriella announced her destination wedding, May 18th at a vineyard 3 hours away. I called her immediately and she laughed. Actually laughed. Oh please, she's 5. She won't even remember her birthday party. This venue only had 1 date available for the entire spring. I knew she was lying. These kinds of venues book out 2 years in advance. There was no way they randomly had just 1 date. Gabriella, you can't be serious. I asked everyone to save this date specifically for Audrey. Well, weddings are more important than birthdays. Birthdays happen every year. Conrad and I only get married once. Conrad backed her up completely when I called him. You're being dramatic. Just have Audrey's party the weekend before. Problem solved. The family rallied around them. My mom said I needed to be flexible. My dad reminded me that family means compromise. Even my aunt suggested I was making too big a deal about a kid's party. I found Audrey crying in her room that night. She'd heard the adults arguing and asked if Aunt Gabriella didn't want to come to her birthday. I held my girl close and promised her she'd have the best birthday ever. That's when I started planning. I told the family group chat that we'd move Audrey's party to accommodate the wedding. Gabriella sent back a heart emoji and said she knew I'd be reasonable. Then I got to work. I contacted every parent from Audrey's preschool, every mom from our neighborhood, every family from her occupational therapy group. I hired a party planner who specialized in sensory-friendly celebrations. We rented the community center and its entire outdoor space. I booked a petting zoo with therapy animals trained for anxious children, a bubble artist, face painters, a team of princess performers who knew how to work with shy kids. The invitations were works of art, glitter unicorns with Audrey's picture from the NICU next to one from now showing how far she'd come. They went viral in our local mom groups. People I'd never met started asking if they could bring their premature babies to meet Audrey the warrior princess. The photographer I hired usually did weddings. I wanted every magical moment captured in perfect detail. May 18th arrived sunny and perfect. Gabriella's wedding had maybe 40 guests. The family members with young kids all chose Audrey's party instead. My mom called Conrad that morning saying she had a migraine, but I saw her car in the community center parking lot an hour before the party started. Audrey's party began at 2. Exactly when Gabriella would be walking down the aisle, 150 people came to celebrate my brave girl. She wore a crown that said birthday warrior. The child who used to hide behind my legs was glowing as she played with dozens of kids. My phone exploded with texts during the party. Conrad sent photos of empty ceremony chairs. Gabriella's cousin reported that the bride was crying in the bathroom because her side of the family was nearly empty. The best part came later. Gabriella's professional wedding photos were ruined. Empty chairs, empty reception tables. Her maid of honor posted on Facebook about how intimate the wedding was, while my photographer uploaded an album of Audrey surrounded by crowds of smiling children. Audrey still talks about her 5th birthday as the day she became brave. Gabriella still refuses to celebrate their anniversary on the actual date.